Hello, Frozies! McFrozen Nuggets here, coming to you with another video, and today I am finally doing a one of three reviews that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but just never had the chance to, being the LEGO Star Wars Winter 2021 75300 TIE Fighter, the Imperial TIE Fighter. Now this is actually kind of special for me because this is the first TIE Fighter I've had since 2006, actually. Excuse me. As obviously since then, the TIE Fighters have gotten super big and expensive. Starting in 2012, I wanted to get the 2012 version, but I just didn't have the chance to. And obviously, when The Force Awakens came around with the First Order TIE Fighter, $70 was just way too much. Then the newer Imperial TIE Fighter with Solo Star Wars Story was about the same price of $70. But then this came out in 2021, and I was like, okay, gotta jump on this. So, I did. And I'm definitely glad I did, because it's actually a really, really solid set. But first, before I get into all the finer details of it, let's take a look at the packaging, or the box first. And here is the box. Now obviously, as this is a Winter 2021 release, as I said, it has the white greebling on the top, as opposed to, like for example, the Dark Trooper tank. This style, where we got a stripe going down the side, and then a character indicating what era this is from, or it's from. But obviously, as this is from the original 6-film Skywalker saga, we got Darth Vader in the top right corner. We got a couple of very vibrant colored explosions in the background, with the second Death Star looming in the background, and the TIE Fighter just shooting at something, presumably a rebel ship. Obviously, it's the second Death Star's in the background. This is presumably at the Battle of Endor. Obviously, this is ages 8+. I would assume probably in old school times, this would be like 8 to 14. It has 432 pieces and retails for $39.99, which is actually a fairly good price in terms of the price per piece ratio, and also just the overall model. Now Ryan, aka M&R Productions, actually mentioned this in his review of it. In the instructions and on the box, it has the disc on the top, which is this right here, flipped backwards. But obviously, on the actual ship, I just simply put it forwards. But the fact that this got past LEGO and they didn't even think about it, I'm like, I actually agree with him on this. LEGO, come on. Super zoom out. Still kind of getting used to this. To my most recent phone's zoom in, zoom out feature. And obviously, in the bottom left corner to the drive a lot of Star Wars fans these days, Disney logo in the bottom left corner. Personally, I'm kind of indifferent about it at this point. I just stick with the classic stuff from Star Wars, as well as the Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rogue One, Rebels, and The Mandalorian. But anyway, it's back, presumably in the hangar of the second Death Star. It says, play in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. As one of the delays for the game was going to be spring 2021, and that was actually the same on the fall 2020 sets, but it kept getting delayed because LEGO wanted to make it the best LEGO Star Wars game possible, which I definitely do commend them for. That's definitely for sure. And you obviously see the one play feature that it has, other than flying it around, being the spring-loaded shooters. This is side box art. And then the bottom with all the godly gook, as Archie Cars 5 would describe. So yeah, that is it for the box, but now let's get on to the actual set. Now I initially got this for my 24th birthday last year. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous about my phone because it's kind of sliding a little. Anyway, Like I said, I got this for my 24th birthday last year as a gift from my mom, because this is one of the things that I really wanted to get, or really hoped to get, and I'm definitely glad that she did. And plus, obviously, as this is much more similar to the scale of the older LEGO Star Wars sets, this actually, putting this next to my modified Force Awakens Millennium Falcon. Again, I modified it to be more original trilogy themed. I'll just show you that really quick. You can especially see with the circular radar dish. And just have a bunch of the main characters hanging out there. It's actually scaled pretty nicely alongside the Falcon, which I really, really like. Obviously, you get 3 minifigures, 2 of which are down there, and the third is obviously in the cockpit. So let's take a look at those figures. First up here is the exclusive particle droid, being called Annihilate, or Annihilate, which is actually kind of funny. This is actually very similar to the Imperial protocol droid that you would get in the 2016 Death Star set. It's just the head is obviously the same. I think the legs are the same, but the torso is obviously different. Especially in the wires. The wires in the Death Star were actually less detailed, and was just simply completely black, white, and gray, like usual. Whereas these actually have a little more color. You can see some blue, red, and yellow wires in the center there. And when I first got this, I was like, this is actually really cool. I'm really glad I got a hard-to-find LEGO minifigure, in a sense. At least the head is hard to find. You can only get it in much more expensive sets. Try to focus in here. There we go. So you can see right there. And again, I'm just really glad that I got this guy. And you'll actually see a little bit of a surprise with the TIE Fighter that I made that you may know, but might not. As obviously the last time I posted about this was back in March of this year, 2022, for my 25th birthday. Man, the camera just wants to focus on the background so much. Yeah, obviously I'm just using the box as a nice background for this. Yeah, that is it for the particle droid. Now for the next figure. And that is the Imperial Stormtrooper that you get with it. Now, this is actually the third set that I've actually gotten. The 2019 style Stormtrooper, which I'm also really happy about, because I know a lot of people don't really like this newer helmet. I personally don't mind it. I think it looks really nice. And yeah, you can't exactly turn it around or turn to the side, and if you do, it'll look really awkward. But I'm like, come on. You didn't really complain about this with the Snowtroopers, or when their helmets and the backpacks were one piece, and then when they were made to be separate pieces in 2014. I'm like, you didn't exactly complain about that, but yeah, you're complaining about this. And I'm sorry for bumping the camera. Now also too, in case as you probably might have noticed as well, the back of the helmet here actually has some light gray detailing inside. Personally, I just don't really see. I'm not really a fan of that, so I just simply painted that up as being all black, like they originally were in early 2019, before the Imperial dropship set came out. And obviously it comes with a regular blaster, and something that I definitely commend LEGO for, much like with the first clones having the newer style clone heads. No clone face! They're just making them regular old people. As you can see right there, this has actually been around not since the Force Awakens sets, but actually since the 2015 Naboo Starfighter set. The Naboo fighter pilot actually had this face in that set, which is which I actually find kind of cool as well. There we go. Move the box back a little bit. And obviously the helmet being dual molded is really cool as well. Yeah, I actually now have... I actually have about, like, 7 of these guys. Yeah, 7 of these guys now. Which is pretty... kind of insane, actually. So yeah, now let's take a look at the third figure. And I'll actually adjust the camera a little bit for the third figure. And that is the TIE Fighter Pilot. Now, this is actually the same... Now, something interesting is that this is actually the same one that you would get in the UCS TIE Fighter from 2015. The only difference is that... I'll actually take them out here really quick. I actually have the TIE Fighter on my stand, on my main figure stand. He just doesn't have the arm printing. Other than that, he's the exact same. Torso, legs, helmet. Definitely really like the detailing on the helmet with those silver stripes going down the center. And the back printing. And just like with the Stormtrooper, no clone head. It's actually kind of the Lex Luthor / 2012 Loki face that they used for the first Avengers film when LEGO Marvel Superheroes was first introduced. Yeah, it does come with a blaster pistol. I just simply put that in there as with a little stud and just knocked over the set. But that's what you get for propping up a set like this on a flimsy minifigure stand. I just simply use a little light gray stud as storage in there. It doesn't actually come with the set as storage. I just put that in there. And something else too that's different, I actually put a 2x2 black plate in there so he would actually sit better inside. Because I'm not really too big a fan of the seating where the pieces are just simply tiles for the character to sit down in. And I just personally prefer the style where you actually have studs for the character to sit. And you can plop them in there nice and easily. Like that. And he's got these 2 little buttons here for controls, which I also like. I don't think it's closed all the way. So yeah, that's actually kind of one of the features of the TIE Fighter. Obviously, the cockpit can open. Let me adjust this really quick, as we're already kind of looking at the set. Kind of cool how the minifigure segment has transitioned into looking at the actual set. Obviously, as you can see how compared to the minifigures, it's not really that big, especially again when compared to the version from 2015 and 2018. But again, this is more in line with the older sets from the earlier years of LEGO Star Wars. Now actually, something else I think you might notice is that these pieces right here are in light gray on the front and on the back. Whereas in the actual instruction manual and on the box, they're mixel ball joints and the bottom piece is dark gray. And I actually will go grab them really quick. And they are these pieces right here. As Ryan, aka M&R Productions, pointed out as well, they don't really match the color of the frame. And I actually agree with him on that, so I just try to find as many pieces as I possibly could to make it a lot more flush. And plus, since these are kind of flexible in either way, it kind of made the frame a little weak. Whereas with these, not so much. Definitely a lot stronger in terms of the structure. And we got a little greebling right here on the side for the, and then you got the spokes coming in. And I really like this printed piece. This has been used on the TIE Fighters, the Imperial TIE Fighters, ever since the 2012 version came out. And like I said earlier, with the disc on the top, that is facing forward. There are actually no stickers at all in this set, which I also like. Though personally, I don't really mind. I don't like stickers in LEGO sets, but I don't complain about them either. Then there's the back with the engine. And there are the spring-loaded shooters that I mentioned earlier. And let me see if I can possibly aim at the camera. Obviously, you can just push down on them, and they fire out both sides. Let me see if I can get it on the camera. Missed. Let me see. Oh, I caught it! That was awesome. That was awesome. That was really freaking awesome. And no, I'm not going to lose these, as they obviously were just very close to me. And the little surprise I actually mentioned with the TIE Fighter that I mentioned earlier is that earlier this year, because of how much I love it and how much I want to build up a little Imperial Navy, I have a second one. And obviously both these are the exact same. These are all that's left of the light gray pieces that I could find, as the back is still those mix of ball joints. But again, same exact thing. And honestly, just having two of these guys is just really awesome. And as a bonus, got another Stormtrooper with the second set. And that's actually how I got the 7 troopers now. The first 3 I got with the Imperial dropship. The 4th one I got with the 2020 Advent Calendar. And then the 6th one I got with the 2021 Advent Calendar that was themed for the Mandalorian. Or no, the 5th. Yeah. And the 6th and 7th I obviously got with these 2. I have to get at least 2 more to kind of, as that's actually the number of TIE Fighters that were chasing the Millennium Falcon and the Empire Strikes Back. And I'll actually put a picture on the screen from when that scene occurred, as a little bit of extra information to refresh your memory. But yeah, really nice set. I think it's definitely a good time to get some of these more classic LEGO Star Wars sets for your kids and whatnot. And no, this is not meant to be for kids, as I'm obviously reviewing these and showing you all the fine details. And I don't think a lot of kids would really like videos like that. But yeah, obviously social media links are in the description below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this. Definitely looking forward to getting some of the newer sets from 2022, such as the new ATTE Walker with Commander Cody, Phase 2 Cody. Finally! Also want to get the new Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter from Attack of the Clones, because of the film's 20th anniversary, almost said show. I also do want, and I'm not really, and after watching Obi-Wan Kenobi, I have kind of soured on it a little bit, but I do, at the very least, want to get the figures of the 5th brother and the Grand Inquisitor from the Inquisitor Transport Scythe ship. I might just get those on Bricklink. Same with the Bad Batch figures, including the newly released Omega from Cad Bane's Justifier. Same with Cad Bane himself. Just have a little more Clone Wars love in my collection. But yeah, again, love how you proceed to death. Do not forget to keep rigid, and be on the lookout for my review of the 2021 X-Wing Starfighter, which that one's actually a lot different from when I initially got it. And of course, as I showed earlier, the box for the Dark Trooper attack. So yeah, may the force be with you. This is the way.